Let's make a beat for Lil Uzi. Yo, welcome back guys. I hope you all are doing well as always. Today we're going to be breaking down a beat I made for Lil Uzi. I went for sort of like the Love Is Rage style because I know he's been working a lot on Love Is Rage 3. So I tried to go with the sort of like nostalgic melodic vibe that was on previous Love Is Rage projects. So yeah, I'm going to break down this loop first and then I'm going to show you guys how I did the beat after that. Okay, so pulling up the loop FLP. First of all, we're at 142. I end up changing the BPM later, just making it faster. But we started at 142 and I got this MIDI from Prod Gateway. And then I used this VST called Bazille. It's a part of the UHE plugins. I really like these plugins for any sort of like analog sounding stuff. And the cool thing about these UHE plugins is that you don't have to buy them like right away if you don't want to. They let you do like a free trial and you can pretty much use the plugin like as if you bought it. The only downside is like every 2 minutes or so, like some static plays, but you definitely can't just render the sounds out and then delete the VST after that. So inside this Bazille plugin, I got this key called PSD Riff Rocker. And then with the MIDI, it's gonna sound like this. And yeah, the reason I went with this preset is just because, like I said before, it kind of has that like nostalgic, like it almost sounds like a guitar like pad sort of thing. So I thought it fit really well for the vibe I was going for. And then next I opened up another instance of that same plugin and I got this BL 80s bass and I played this plucking pattern that just follows the root notes of the original MIDI. So that sort of plucking bass style definitely adds to the like nostalgic feel, just because it sounds sort of like retro. All right, so then the next thing I added was this lead, and I pretty much used that Bazille plugin for everything except for one sound. So for this one, we used the preset called HS Enhanced Stereo Flute. Basically just like a lead flute, but it has some nice high end and like kind of bell tones. So I went ahead and just laid down this simple lead pattern and it sounds like this. So with these first two sounds, we really only have some like lows and some low mid. So this preset really helps a lot with adding some nice high end. And it also has that like sort of spacey reverb feel to it that builds on the whole nostalgic vibe. So then the next thing was this sound from Diva. Diva is another UHE plugin. So then I used this HS Gong Fission preset. And then I just kind of laid down like another like top line melody that just was kind of catchy. It sounds like this. So you can probably tell by now that like a lot of these sounds are very analog and almost like synth-wavy sounding. And I think that kind of builds on the whole like nostalgic pop sort of like aesthetic that Uzi uses a lot in the Love Is Rage projects. So then this last thing is pretty much just another like kind of accent lead. And I use this MF Singing Saw from the Bazille plugin. And that's sounding like this. So yeah, again, just some nice like spacey sounding. This one's a little bit more synth heavy. And I've noticed a lot of those Lover's Rage songs kind of blend the two worlds of like heavy synths, but also like beautiful sounding, sort of like soft presets and whatever. So I think that one fits in nice. So yeah, then I just rendered everything out, and the whole melody is going to sound like this. So yeah, like you can tell, I feel like this definitely fits in the vibe of like the Lover's Rage style. It's sort of like pop, kind of retro synthy. So yeah, that's it for this loop. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I did the drums. So we're in a new FLP for this one. And like I said before, the BPM was 142 when we started the loop, but for the beat, I changed it to 148 just to kind of give it the like faster pace energy that Uzi uses a lot. So yeah, the first thing I did when I started this beat was I just like laid down actually a simple kick pattern, which is something I usually don't start with, but I kind of just wanted to get like the groove for this. And all of the drums that I'm using for this beat are gonna be from the Whiteout Sound Kit by me and Gateway. It's got a ton of sounds in it. It's got a whole drum kit, packed of stuff, phrases kit, one-shot kit, then like a bunch of bonus loops and midis. So yeah, like I said, starting off, I used this kick called Softer, and I just laid down this pattern. And then the next thing I added was this snare called Snare Dock, and then this clap basic. And what I did is I just layered them together to kind of get like a bigger feel. So that's sounding like this. And then the next thing I did was I added this hi-hat. It's called Go To. So for this hi-hat, it's good to keep the energy with like the bass of a two-step, and then you just kind of add little rolls and stuff here and there. So the pattern I came up with sounds like this. And then next I added the snare that just hits at the end of each 4 bars. And then I added just a simple open hat. It's called Basic. Sounds like this. I just added at the 1, the 3, 5, and 7. And then last but not least, the 808. I used this 808 called Wobble from the kit. It's got some nice high end and like a little cool like kind of glide note built into the 808. So I just went to the root notes of the original MIDI, copied those over, and then came up with this pattern. So yeah, nothing crazy with the drums. It's really very simple. With a lot of these like higher up mainstream artists, I've noticed that they really like to use simple beats, but a beat that doesn't mean that there's like not a lot going on. It just means that everything is very intentional. So the beat is not cluttered with, you know, like random perks and snares that you don't really need. It's all about just kind of establishing like a good bounce and then having a melody that's like catchy. So yeah, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you think Uzi would go crazy on this. Also, let me know what you want to see from me in the future as far as like artists to cover or like type beats or whatever. Make sure to follow me on IG, like, comment, subscribe, all that. I'm going to play the beat and I'm out of here. Peace.